You know that passage in Isaiah 55, 8-9, where God declares, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, and your ways are not my ways." If you truly allow these words to sink deep into your mind, something begins to happen. You start to realize that many of your frustrations do not come from the fact that your life is off track. They come mainly from the inner battle you are fighting to understand a plan that was never designed to satisfy your personal comfort. Let me speak to you now without filters, like an older brother who cares more about protecting your future than pleasing your emotions. I do not want to lull you to sleep with soft words. I want to tell you the truth, because this message you are receiving today is arriving just before a turning point. This is not a dramatic prediction. It is not a threat. It is a wake-up call. It is not a mystical prophecy. It is a mirror God is placing in front of you. You asked for a sign, and here it is, right here, right now. Something is about to move in your life. But let's be honest, if you remain mentally absent, emotionally distracted, and spiritually asleep, you risk missing the very moment that could realign everything. I am not talking about a Hollywood-style miracle where money falls from the sky or the perfect person suddenly appears in your private messages. I am talking about a much deeper change, one that begins in your heart before it manifests in your reality, one that requires you to become honest with yourself, one that demands discipline, maturity, and courage, one that forces you to stop going in circles and finally move forward with intention. Jim Rohn often said, "If you want things to change, you must change." And this truth is uncomfortable because it exposes a simple reality. Many people want new results while keeping the same habits. They want new blessings with outdated mindsets. They want open doors while remaining in the same toxic environments. Let me be clear with you, even if it stings a little, you cannot bring your old version into your next season and expect everything to work. You cannot carry your past into your future and ask God to bless the contradiction. Sometimes you are trying to pour new purpose into old containers. You want to build your future with temporary tools. But what helped you survive yesterday is not what will allow you to thrive tomorrow. You have been living as if life always offers extra time, as if you can always postpone things. But the truth is, your calling does not function with procrastination. Your future does not negotiate with your comfort. God's plan for you does not adjust to your slow pace when you refuse to grow. And in the next 24 hours, you will begin to feel it. Not because a supernatural event will fall from the sky, but because your awareness will awaken. Your mind will begin to stir. Your excuses will start to exhaust even you. Many people think change comes like a cinematic moment with inspirational music and sudden revelation. In reality, change is often uncomfortable, messy, raw. It demands confrontation and honesty. You cannot evolve without admitting you were stuck. You cannot move forward without letting certain things die. You cannot progress without accepting that some people will remain where they are. And listen carefully. You have been carrying relationships, mindsets, and habits for far too long that God already asked you to leave behind. You were dragging baggage that no longer matched your destination. That is why this message is touching you today, because your life is about to expose what has been slowing your growth. In the next 24 hours, you will see more clearly. You will identify who truly respects your growth and who only loved you when you were broken. You will recognize which habits are stealing your energy, your time, your peace, and your potential. You will feel that inner tension when you try to return to old comforts, and a voice inside you will say, "This is no longer me." You will face a choice that highlights the difference between your past and your future. God is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to be aware, alert. He is asking you to stop enduring your life and start leading it, to silence the noise around you so you can hear His voice. to abandon shortcuts and embrace the process. Deep inside, you already know what you need to change. You have known it for a long time. You were simply afraid to admit it. Because the moment you become honest, you also have to accept responsibility for your future. And as the famous saying goes, with great potential comes great responsibility. Your future cannot begin while your excuses continue. That is why these next 24 hours are decisive. They are not ordinary. They reveal what you tolerate. They expose the gap between what you desire and what you are willing to discipline yourself for. They show the distance between your prayers and your habits. And that is where real transformation begins. Not when you feel motivated, not when everything is easy, but when you realize you have been playing below the level God gave you. When you understand you were waiting for a version of yourself that only discipline could build. When you admit you stayed in environments that shrank you because growth scared you. Listen to me carefully. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You lack challenge. You lack structure. Sometimes you lack people around you who elevate you. You became accustomed to comfort, not growth. And growth hurts when you have stayed comfortable for too long. Your future is suffocating under the weight of your hesitation. But the moment you make a clear decision, doors begin to open faster. Opportunities become more visible. Real relationships reveal themselves sooner. And your mind instantly recognizes alignment. In the next 24 hours, you will experience a moment of clarity, an inner conviction, a moment when you look at a situation, a person, or a habit and you will know. This is where everything shifts. Not because the world changed, but because you changed. Because you stopped protecting your potential and started building your calling. Because you stopped negotiating with fear. Because you stopped giving your energy to people who never paid the price of your presence. Because you finally took your destiny seriously. You were waiting for change, but in reality, change was waiting for you. And God was waiting for you to trust Him, not in a religious way, but in a living and courageous way. The kind that moves forward even without understanding every step. So listen to me like your older brother. In the next 24 hours, something will be revealed. An opportunity, a realization, a truth, a decision. And your reaction will determine the trajectory of your next season. Stand up. Do not retreat. Do not doubt your value. Do not overanalyze until you miss the door God is opening in front of you. Move forward. Commit. Dare. This time, do not just listen to this message. Become it. Live it. Because in 24 hours, you will be able to say, this is where I stopped pretending. This is where I took myself seriously. This is where everything started to change. And I guarantee you one thing. What awaits you on the other side of obedience, discipline, and honesty is far greater than anything you have lost, outgrown, or left behind. Your future is already prepared. The only real question is this: are you ready to meet it? And if you are struggling with letting go, the past, certain habits, certain attachments, then the guide, Letting Go When God Asks You To, can help you. It is a step-by-step journey to learn how to release with maturity and peace, because real freedom exists on the other side of letting go. All right, I'm talking a lot. I'm still a little sick, still with my famous ginger tea. Yes, it still burns. See you next time. I love you all. We'll meet again very soon.